My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet! Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is my second video on this. This is a major game changer, and there's going to be some real meaty samples of this coming up on this channel, but more specifically on my Substack, my email newsletter, very shortly. AI voice cloning. We're at the very beginning of this technology, and I've been speaking to somebody in the know, right? Somebody in the know about it who there's actually a lot more going on that we know about. This is something I put together basically on the fly, for virtually no money. It cost me $5. I'll put the link in the video notes about where you can go to get this done. Essentially what you do is it's an AI voice generator, and you can do a voice clone. So you just have to get MP3 samples of the voice you want to clone. You can put up to 25 of them into a voice clone. You have 20, and they have to be under 10 megabyte each. I've done about 7 or 8, and they come out. Well, you're gonna hear. They come out very well, right? They come out very well, and I'm gonna be using this a hell of a lot, right? Hell of a lot. The ethical problem really bothers me, right? I hope somebody finds a solution for the ethical problem, because I'm gonna be using this. Like, I want to hear Peter Capaldi read War of the Worlds, right? I want to hear that. I think that's gonna be very cool. Peter Capaldi is not in this video. We got Colin Baker, which I think is excellent. Paul McGann, which also came out very well. Tom Baker needs a lot of work. Well, the more idiosyncratic the performance is, the more an AI is going to struggle to make it. But like, again, this is basic version of this incredible technology. I can see they're going to have suites where you can have like emotional controls to augment. Apparently Stephen Fry had one done with video as well. That was very convincing. He had to put out a cease and desist order. Look, I'm not trying to do that, right? I'm not trying to set anybody up. I just want to listen to Paul McGann read out of print books. That's essentially what it is. So yeah, that is happening. That's 100% happening on my Substack. Look in the video notes, go to my Substack. I'm going to be serializing. The first thing I'm serializing is this: The Dying Days. You can't get this anymore for love nor bloody money, right? It's going to be a book on tape read by an AI clone of Paul McGann, right? So sign up for that. It's free, right? It's free. I have a paid tier on my Substack. That's $5. I think I'm going to do Colin Baker read Spiral Scratch or Millennial Rights. 2 fantastic books, because I can, right? I can. And also I might get Capaldi to research as well, because I can, right? And again, there's an ethical problem. There is an absolute ethical problem with this. I would love to resolve it. I don't know what it is. We're in new territory. We're in new ground. We're in new territory. AI art, AI audio, AI video. It's not long. It's really not long before we're going to be able to recreate the missing episodes of Doctor Who just perfectly, seamlessly, right? It's really not long at all. Question is, will Big Finish be using this technology to recreate actors who have passed away? I mean, that's really the bottom line. I would love to know that. Also, I mean, there was the fan productions. I think this is going to be absolutely huge for, right? I think you could really do a lot with fan production with this. I would like to hear somebody redo what was it? The Lost in the Dark Dimension, which was a fantastic fan production of the never produced Alan Riggersfold 30th anniversary thing that never happened. And, probably pretty good that it didn't happen, ultimately. And the problem with it is none of the voice actors, God bless them, I love them all, sounded at all in any way like the people they were being, right? None of them at all sound like that. If they could redo that with this technology, I think it'll be incredible. I think we have a lot of room for people who write their own fiction like I do. That's also going to be on my Substack. I'd have Tom Hiddleston reading my original science fiction novel. Why not? Right? Why not? Again, sign up. All this stuff is coming. I'm very grateful for everybody signing up. And again, I have a paid tier on it. If you can help out with the cost, I mean, look, this thing costs money. That's great. If you like the content, I can bang out a lot for you, right? There's a lot of stuff we can do. Fine. So now you're going to hear a couple of samples of it. Can you hit the like, share, and subscribe button? All these things good. As I said, go to the video notes. Follow me on Substack. Sign up on Substack. Follow me on Twitter. There's also Instagram and Facebook. It's all there. Just do all that. Comment. Let me know what you think. This is a game changer. This was from my live stream last night. As I'd like, share, subscribe. Now let me hand over to me me and Colin Baker and Paul McGann and sort of Tom Baker from last night. And now tomorrow's the day I'm really going to start working on this. This is only stuff I've only been able to do on the fly. While I'm like, I've only had a few hours to really work on this. Like, there's a lot I have to improve, right? But they're pretty good. We'll start off with, I think, the least impressive one right now. A bit of Tom Baker.
Quiet. In the case of the doctor, they were very peaceful indeed. In fact, they were positively soporific. He was sound asleep. As a rule, Time Lords require far less sleep than most humanoid life forms, usually managing to survive quite happily on 3 hours a day.
Now, just to be clear, I didn't get Tom Baker to record this. So I want to be 100% clear. This is a AI-generated voice clone Tom Baker. So basically, what I've done, and I can improve it. I've worked out a lot on improving it. If I get a book on tape, right, which I got of Tom Baker, you have a lot of footage. I mean, a lot of audio. Firstly, now I know to treat the audio to put a bit more of a masculine tint on it, right? So do that. Secondly, get 10. The more MP3 samples you get from that 2-hour audio, the better. You can have up to 25. They can be up to 10 meg each, which is about 6 meg. 6 minutes a sample, right? So if I'm not getting too technical, so if I just put more up, the more authentic it sounds. It's really quite remarkable how well it works. So yeah, and then you just put whatever text in, and it creates the performance for you, and it's not awesome, but it does the trick. It does an audio book for you.
What's more, they also have the advantage of not requiring to take their rest in bulk. A 10-minute doze here, a half-hour snooze there, is a valid contribution to their 3-hour quota. Under normal circumstances, the doctor would sleep in a like manner, but on this particular occasion, he had been dead to everything for over 8 hours. The reason for this was quite simple. He was drunk.
So that's Tom Baker, right? I'm pretty happy with that. Next one we have is, I'll show you this one.
They were very peaceful indeed.
So Paul McGann, and I'm really happy about Paul McGann because I really would love to start serializing the BBC books. Actually, no, the first thing I'm going to do with Paul McGann is The Dying Days, the final of the BBC book of the Virgin Range. Yeah, so what I think I'm going to put a chapter for free. Maybe I'll keep that one going, right? I'll just keep that one going and have that put out a chapter once a week or so of the Dying Day. I have to see how many chapters there are, right? Actually, let me look it up right now. I got the PDF, I think, right here. Hang on. So yeah, so this is going to be the second stream of programming, because look, why not? Right? Why not? You know, it's a book on tape. Okay. With an AI voice generated reader. I'm like, okay. Look, it's going to take a while before we get legislation to say you can't do this. And it's going to be very tricky to get that legislation together. I think. 1 second. I thought about doing an Alan Moore voice, and I was like, no, again, he would, I think I said this last time, but he would put some kind of weird magic spell on me. It's the first one I have the 8 Doctors. I don't have, I've got Gallifrey Chronicles. Oh, man. There's a lot of stuff. There's a whole range, a whole era, in fact, right, that I kind of like, opted out of. I'll have to get what was I going to say? I'll have to get The Dying Days All these things are online. It's incredible. Like all these things are online as a PDF. And we'll have Paul McGann read it to us. Let's finish listening to him.
In fact, they were positively soporific. He was sound asleep. As a rule, Time Lords require far less sleep than most humanoid life forms, usually managing to survive quite happily on 3 hours a day. What's more, they also have the advantage of not requiring to take their rest in bulk. A 10-minute doze here, a half-hour snooze there, is a valid...
And I like using the same passage. I mean, you really get to understand, how it works, right? And then, this is where I can put music behind this. There's so much I can do with this.
Contribution to their 3-hour quota. Under normal circumstances, the doctor would sleep in a like manner. But on this particular occasion, he'd been dead to everything for over 8 hours.
Okay.
The reason
for
this
one
was
how did I harvest the material to make this one? Right, I'll tell you exactly how. Because I didn't, I have the whole big finish up, but it's all got music behind it. You got to get stuff without music behind it, right? That's really a lot better. So I was looking for books and tape, and he didn't do any Doctor Who ones, but he did all these like ones on World War II. So I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to spend £30 or dollars on one book. So I took the MP3 samples of like 6 of them from Audible. Right? I just took them, put them into the machine, boom. This is what we got.
Quite simple. He was drunk.
I mean, I think it's quite impressive. And this next one is where I was very disappointed with the results at first, and I went back. I had like 3 voice samples. I went back and added like 5 more. See how it will go. And I think I'm pretty happy with the results.
In the case of the doctor, they were very peaceful indeed. In fact, they were positively soporific. He was sound asleep.
I mean, come on. This is incredible. This is such a Colin Baker. So, okay, so here's what I think. We'll do Paul McGann. We'll be on the channel. We'll be on the channel for everybody. And then I think if you're a subscriber to my paid Substack, you'll get the first chapter. I mean, for everyone who's going to get the first chapter. Oh, via Substack only, right? I'm only going to have this via Substack, right? It's a real push to improve, make my Substack go out. In fact, yeah, I'll put the Paul McGann one also through my Substack, right? Via my Substack, you if you're a paid subscriber, you'll get the Colin Baker bot reading. I think we'll do Spiral Scratch. That's one of his best ones, right? There's so much cool stuff we're gonna do, mate. There's so much great stuff we're gonna do. So if you want, it's $5 a month. I feel so. I really want to get. There's gonna be more content over the first month than the second. Because I really want to get a lot out for the subscribers who haven't had anything at all for like months, right? Months and months, right? So there's going to be like 2 months worth of content. I mean, there's going to be a full audio book this month, right? With the first ones plus more, right? I want to really concertina a lot of stuff in. But don't get used to that turnaround. I mean, like I have to pay for it. I mean, here's the thing: you get 2 hours worth of reading for $22, right? About 2 hours, and then it's an extra 30 cents a minute and a half, approximately, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever, right? So it's not unlimited, but man, and I will be making more, right? I'd love to do John Hurt read that War Doctor novel, right? That would really be awesome for me.
As a rule, Time Lords require far less sleep than most humanoid life forms, usually
this is perfect.
Managing to survive quite happily on 3 hours a day.
This is from the Vengeance on Varos book on tape. Thank you very much, Colin.
What's more, they also have the advantage of not requiring to take their rest in bulk. A 10-minute doze here, a half-hour snooze there, is a valid contribution to their 3-hour quota. Under normal circumstances, the doctor would sleep in a like manner, but on this particular occasion he had been dead to everything for over 8 hours.
And may I recommend to voice artists, right? May I recommend you just charge something that people would pay for to be able to use your, there'd be like no qualms about using this whatsoever. I would happily pay you, right? Why did iTunes become huge? They worked out the right price, right? I'd rather spend $1 than steal. That was what it was. I'd rather spend $1 than steal, right? You know, if I had to subscribe to, like, you know, Big Finish should do an artist pack for like $300 a year and give you all the doctors, right? They should just do that and then monetize it, because there's no way of stopping this. Let's say there's no way. I mean, this technology exists. It's going to happen, right? There's no way of stopping this, right? And quite frankly, can they remake the Dark Dimension with this technology rather than the actors? I would like to hear that, right? Because the problem with that production was, and then nobody sounded right. And God bless you, I've got nothing against any of you. That was just the truth. Nobody sounded right, right? If anybody can get me more Sylvester McCoy, he is a tough one to find. Tomorrow, thank God, I don't have a video. I actually will spend most of my day working on this.
The reason for this was quite simple. He was drunk.
Yeah, perfect. Right? Absolutely perfect. So yeah, there is cool content coming on this channel. I am psyched for the the Dying Days, right? I'm psyched for that. I'm psyched for and I'll have it say no copyright infringement intended. Written by, who was it? Lance Parkin, read by AI clone, an AI bot clone from AI clone mimicking Colin Baker. And I'll credit the people who made it. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.